Hi, thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring my Sephora recommendations. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. I have had questions about the difference between the Merit and the Westman Atelier products, so I'm going to do a side-by-side here for you so you can see the difference. I did a little demo of this on the recommendations video, but this is a more in-depth Get Ready With Me. So in case you end up with either of these products, you can see kind of how I use them. Sweep that right in these areas here. That's where I need the most coverage. And for this, I love the Merit brush. It just sweeps under here so nicely. So that's super quick. I still have a little bit of discoloration, but let's see if I can go in with this product a little bit more just to even that out. And after using both of these for a while, this one does a better job of concealing underneath versus the Westman Atelier. So we're gonna go with this one and just clean the brush off a little bit. So the Westman Atelier is in the shade 5 that I have. It's a little thicker as well. I think the Merit is lighter weight. So there's the difference. I like the lightweight feel of the Merit, but the Westman Atelier is like a higher coverage, but I feel like I get a really nice lightweight coverage with the Merit. So it just depends on what you like. So now that you've seen those side by side, I'm actually gonna go over them with another foundation, the La Mer right here. It's a soft fluid long wear foundation. This one has a beautiful glow to it and maintains its finish throughout the day. So the long wear really does apply here. Just have that La Mer fragrance to it though. So if you know that fragrance, that is in here. But I'm gonna just take a little of this on my favorite brush, which is a very highly recommended product. So I know that's on top of the Merit, but you can at least see the finish of it. And my skin's a little dry today, so my skin is really happy with this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a little bit, since I like the Merit under the eye for concealer, we're gonna take that under both eyes now. Now for these spots here, I don't have really a favorite concealer that's a high coverage from Sephora right now, but we're gonna go in with this, which has been a really good staple in the past for me. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Color Corrector into medium. Yeah, I haven't used that one for a while, but it does a beautiful job of color correcting. So that's gonna be my concealer today. I'm gonna use that in the outer corners as well. I'm gonna just take a little bit of that Merit right on the eyelids as well. Then for powder, I'm gonna go in with the Gucci powder, this one in shade 5. And this is one of those powders that leaves a really beautiful glow. So I'm careful not to put too much in the front here though. That has the potential to emphasize texture up here for me. So I take it really easy in that area. So it does leave a beautiful skin light glow. Now, if you're more oily, this might not be the best powder for you, but right now, actually my skin's a little bit dry, which it usually isn't, but I think it's the temperature change. So it works really well for my skin right now. In terms of finishing powder, if you were looking at the Hourglass palette, this is the Universe Unlocked, which I love. This has Radiant Light in it, but I'm gonna go in actually with Dim Light right in the front here because that will blur a little bit for me. And I can't find my full size one, but there was one in this one from the previous year, this palette. This is the shade Dim Light in here, and compared to, let me see, here's the difference. So this is Radiant Light, the large one, and then Dim Light is right here. So if this is too much color for you, you can try something like Dim Light. And to me, Dim Light is really quite diffusing in terms of the way it refracts the light. It's very soft, so I'm gonna put that right up front. So that even did a little bit of blurring for me. So if you're interested in cream contour products, I have here the Westman Atelier contour stick. What's it called? The Face Trace Contour Stick in Truffle. So this is the deeper of the two, which works better for me. I've tried Biscuit and it's almost too gray for me. So I've got the Hourglass Ambient lighting edit brush. This one right here, which is great for the palettes because the brush size is a little smaller and you can get in those pans without taking color from another pan on accident. So we're just gonna go in really gently with this. Meshes nicely with the skin. Let's go ahead and do a side-by-side of the blushes by Merit and Westman Atelier. This is Cheeky, and I have a few shades, but this is this beautiful shade right here. So this one is much more lightweight as well. I'm gonna use that same Merit brush because it does a really great job of working with this blush as well. But I would say this is a lighter weight than the Westman Atelier. So we'll actually do that in a second, but you can build it up, and I like to just make a pop of color like that. I think it's really pretty. But we can take the Westman Atelier, and I love this shade, but it's like the foundation, heavier duty than this. It's not heavy, I'm gonna say, but it just is creamier. Maybe that's a better word. Also, there's a translucent quality to the Merit blush versus this Westman Atelier. And there's a little bit more of a glow to the Merit. And as for the lip products from Merit versus Westman Atelier, this whole thing's not gonna be a comparison, but I know that there are lots of questions. We'll put the Merit on first just so you can see. This is in the shade Pink Beet. It's a really lovely texture, really pretty. Okay, let's try on the Westman Atelier. This feels more like a gloss versus a lip oil. I'm just gonna remove those for now because we're gonna go in with a lipstick later, but I think those are the comparisons so far. So those of you who are new here, you can see I need to actually add that to my list of things to pick up because I've gone through now, this is my second one maybe. I go through this one pretty quickly. It is a powder formula pencil, so you don't get anything reflective in the pencil because usually, especially with these lights, you can see something in there. It's gonna reflect light. This one doesn't do that. And when I apply, I will use the side of the pencil just to fill in like this. I don't necessarily go in straight in like this. So I just take it on the side. I did kind of carve this out at the beginning though, just at the bottom, and then try and make it a little bit more fine going up. And then on the side like this, and then reaching this area here, and then I'll make a tail. So I love it because it's really quick. Like that was really fast. And then I'll take this just to break up any pencil marks here that were too thick. The Diorshow Pump and Brow 002. Actually right there, I think it's a really pretty look. It's really natural, maybe a little bit of mascara, and then I think that would be it, but let's keep going. We're gonna go in with this Charlotte Tilbury palette. This is the Rock Chick, and I love this because it's cool. Compared to all of her other palettes, there's lots of neutrals and like cranberry tones and some mauvey tones, but this one is unique. It's got these beautiful, cool gray tones. We're gonna go in with this lighter shade here. Okay, we're gonna go in with the deepest gray shade, the matte shade now. Just gonna take this shade right here. I'm going to add it right to the, just right in between those two shades. Then I'm gonna take the deepest shade here, and I'm gonna use it as an eyeliner. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here and go right under the lash line. And then I'm going to go with a lighter shade and bring it right here underneath as well, but in the first half, like this area. Okay, I'm gonna tightline mascara, and I'll be right back. I'm putting on a few more products than I normally would just to show you. So this is a great one. It's matte though, and if you have more oily skin, this is a good one. I love the tone because you can see it's got a lot of warmth to it. Not a whole lot of red in there at all. So this one's in medium. So if you want something more focused like that, you can go in with this, or if you want to just kind of brush some on, you can go in with this. I love this brush, this fluffy brush by La Mer. It's a powder brush, but I'll use it for bronzers. I'll use it for finishing powders, just if I want to dust more gently. For more diffused powder, I'll go in with this. So you see it just added a touch of color to my face here, even though we had a little bit of that cream contour underneath. And then we're gonna go in with one of my very favorite blushes of all time. It's one of my very favorite, by Charlotte Tilbury. You definitely can layer blushes, not just color, but say cream blush underneath, topped with a powder blush. I love that look. And there are many lovely lipsticks on the site, but I love Tom Ford lipsticks, but I chose a Charlotte Tilbury lip to add with this today. And that is it for my Get Ready With Me. So let me know if you have any questions about application or any of the other differences between all of the products that I used today. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.